Hello everyone, my name's Elena. I'm the whimsical stitcher here on Flosstube. Today is December 21st, 2025. So it's New Year's Eve here in Southern California. Happy New Year. By the time I get this posted, it'll be the new year. So Happy New Year. So this is my WIP parade. So welcome. I hope you find something you like. And I have lots of WIPs to show you. So I know a lot of viewers find Flosstubers via a WIP parade. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Let's see, my name's Elena. I'm from Southern California. I am married with 2 adult daughters and 2 baby grandsons. I work full-time. And I have an online needle workshop. I'll link it below. It's called Sew Extra. I'm on Etsy and have my own website. Yeah, so I had to work all day today, so I'm filming in the evening. So I'm spending my New Year's Eve filming at home. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you find something you like, and we will get started. I have 40 WIPs to show you. I tried to put them in somewhat of order from oldest to newest. I do have a one finish that I just finished right before Christmas that I gave away as a gift. So I'll insert a picture here so you can see it. It was Gather Around the Manger by Hands on Design. It was released at Jingle Ball, and I have the FFO. I gifted the FFO, so I will insert a picture so you can see what it looked like. I didn't have it fully completed in my last update. So I'll insert it here so you can see that. Yeah, so I have 40 WIPs to show you. And yeah, I'll get that started. And then I am missing one WIP. And I might find it in a bag somewhere. So hopefully I do, because yeah, so let's get started, shall we? Okay, so one of my oldest projects is I have 2 left from right around 2015. I started stitching when I was in elementary school. I'll be turning 50 this year. So I started stitching when I was very young, and I stitched all the way up until I had my kids, and then I stopped, and then I picked it back up right around 2015, and I don't have an exact date because I never kept track of it back then. And then these got put away somewhere, and then I found them like this last year, 2 years. And so I picked them back up again. So here we go. This is a Scrumptious Gingerbread Cottage. I think this was a gift in a magazine, or I bought it. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But I have been working on it recently because I kind of want to get it. It's pretty close to a finish. So here you go. This is just on the white box Ada 2015. I guess it's a 10-year-old project. And then here's the pattern so you can kind of see. I'm almost done. I literally just have, well, a ton of backstitch to do. But I'll just have the roof, some little clouds over here, finish up this tree, and some hearts in the sky. And a lot of backstitch to work on. So maybe that won't be 2026. So that's that one. I don't know much about it. Anyways, okay, and that is living in my Minnie Mouse bag. Okay, I haven't even taken the tag off. Minnie Mouse bag. Okay, so that's that one. Hopefully it won't be too much of a mess by the time I get done here, but I already have like 3 precarious piles that I hope don't fall over. Next one is, let's see, it is, I have it in this box, so it's kind of awkward. This is literally the only project I have in a box, and don't ask me why I put it in a box. It's a Dimensions kit, and it is Candy Cane Santa. I don't know. Maybe I put it in a box because it has a ton of... I don't know why I put it in a box. Don't ask me what I was thinking that day. Okay, I think it goes this way. This is the called for fabric that came in the kit and the floss that came in the kit. And my daughter actually started this about 10 years ago, and it was difficult, so she didn't finish it, and it sat around somewhere, and I just picked it up. I want to say this last year. So I did get some more stitches on it. And if I have any of the pictures from my last WIP parade, I'll insert them so you can kind of see how far I got within the last year. And this is like a light blue Ada. It just came with the Dimensions kit. I purchased the kit in Solvang many years ago. Many years ago. So I think I got this somewhere around 2015, something like that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so then I found, when I got back into stitching, because I just dug those out of the piles recently, but when I got back into stitching was 2015. And I got back in because I just happened to be looking at Facebook, and I saw somebody post a Heaven and Earth design in a cross stitch group, and I fell in love with full coverage projects. So I have a ton of those. So this first one is going to show you is my Maleficent project from Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Anya Kai. And this one is on just a white box Ada from like Michael's or something like that. And this is where I'm at. And it is currently at 40.42%. And I do have some colors completed. Last time I checked, I had 12 completed colors. So that's pretty good. So that's that one. I know I have a lot of little hanging threads I need to cut off. Yeah, so I was thinking about trying to, I think one of my goals for 2026 is to try and put a lot of progress in on that particular piece because it is so old. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, my next one is from 2016. So those are my 3 2015 projects. This next one is from 2016. And this one is Blah Duet in Bloom, Heaven and Earth Designs. And I started this April 2nd, 2016. It is on 18 count oatmeal, just an Ada fabric. And honestly, I haven't touched this since 2023 or 2022. So I haven't touched it in a few years. And here you go. It is 19.29% complete. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't touched it. I like the pattern. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't touched it in 3 years. So, there's that one. I haven't completed any colors on that one yet. Okay, my next one is Mask of Love, also from Heaven and Earth Designs. So when I got back in, when I jumped into all these full coverage from Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one I started in 2017. And I did work on it this year. Yeah, I did work on it this year. And it is on some crunchy Ada. And this is where I'm at. And it's a Josephine wall, so yes, there's a ton of confetti. I'm at 6.16% complete. And I really love that one. This particular one is one I would like to finish in my lifetime. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And it's going to be quite big, quite large. Okay, so that's a 2017 start. So I'm flipping through my notebook, so sorry if you hear the pages. Okay, next one is also by Heaven and Earth Designs, Checking It Twice, by Donna Gelsinger. Started this in 2017. I have a lot of these on scroll frames. So here you go. And this is either on 20 count or 22 Ada. I'm at 7.08% complete. And I did work on this year, I think. I did, because I got a lot in there and then tried to start over there. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, the next one is, ooh, now we move on to 2020. And this is my Mirabilia Sleeping Beauty, and I don't have the cover photo because I lost it. And here you go. This is on 18 Count Jazz by Pictures Plus. Started in 2020, and it's 2/1. And that's as far as I got. And I honestly, I think I touched it this year. I'll have to look back and see if there's a picture to see if I did. So that's that one. Okay, next one is, where's it at? This one. My next one is from 2022. We're moving through the years here. Let's see. This one is by Bella Filipina. It's Amphitrite. And I am stitching this on Fabric Flare Splendid Blue. And it goes this way. And it's big. It's big. And honestly, I don't think I touched it this year. But I have a plan at the end to tell you the plan in this brain of mine to touch all my WIPs this year. So we'll go over that at the end. Okay, what do we have here? So my next one is, okay, I have an Earth Design. This is Aveline by Cheryl Baker. I don't think Heaven Earth Designs has that particular artist anymore. I think she was retired from there. But this one is the No Background. I started this in April of 2022. And I'm stitching the no background because I'm stitching it on this fabric flare fabric. And I think it's snow. Is it snow? Or cloudy snow or something like that? That way it'll kind of show through. And these are all my park threads. Kind of a mess, huh? And I haven't touched it since 2024, so I didn't touch it this year. I'm at 1.12%. Okay. And okay, next one is Sunny Birds. This is a max color chart from Heaven Earth Designs. Oleg Gurlov. I'm butchering that, sorry. And let's see, where's the chart? This way. Yeah. This one is 0.76% complete. It is the max color version. And there's a lot of blue at that top. So I was trying to work my way down to kind of get some different colors in there. And I did work on it this year, so that's good. Long way to go though. This is on 25 count. Water Sapphire Lugana. I started a lot of full coverage projects, apparently. Okay, this one is Heaven Earth Designs Blue Rose, Max Colors, artwork by Laura Prindle. And I think this one's beautiful. Actually, I think all of my projects are beautiful. I just need to finish them. This one I started in 2022. This one is on 22 count. And here we go. And I did not work on this. Oh yeah, I did. I worked on it in June. I'm at 2.10%. And it's raining outside. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It is raining here in Southern California. It's supposed to rain the rest of the week. Maybe I'll get some good stitching time in this weekend. Okay, what's next? Oh, this one. This one is My Shadow Lane. It is Evening in the Park. I started this in 2022. It's a horrible picture. Horrible picture. I saw a Flosstuber stitching this and I had to have it. Had to have it. What's her name? She's in England. Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. And I watch her channel all the time. Teresa Little Stitcher. Hers was beautiful, and that's how I got sucked into this one. So this is where I'm at. And honestly, I don't think I've stitched on this all year. Just got a little itty bitty start. And somewhere I'll be able to tell what's the top and what's the bottom. I have it marked somewhere. Anyways. Just a little bit of a start there. And I love this one. It's beautiful. That is on 32 count Ice Goddess Fabrics by Stephanie. Okay, this next one is another Mirabilia. I started this one in 2022. This was one of my New Year's Eve new starts 2022 when I was trying to do 12 by 12. Didn't work out for me very well. I didn't really get too many starts, and what I did get turned into a mess. But this is on 32 count Forest Miracle by Fabric Flare. And this one's getting pretty close to a finish. I love the way it's coming out. I love this printed fabric. I love the background. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I'm not showing you the bags. Sorry, I forgot that part. Okay, I'll try and do that from here on out. Okay, my next one, I started, oh, those are the only two from that year that I started 12 by 12 on New Year's Eve back in 2022. Those are the only two I have left, Evening in the Park and Lady of Mystery. So this one I started in February of 2023. And this is February by the Cricut Collection. In my breast cancer bag. And this one is on .28 count cornflower blue. And this is where I'm at. And I am stitching 1/1. I love the way that's coming out. And I know it says cornflower blue, but it's probably not showing in the camera, but it's a really light lavender, and it's really pretty. That is that one. Oh, and then I started this one. Let's see. And this is also another Cricut Collection. This is my bag by Creative Carol Designs. It's super cute spring bag. And Cricut Collection Spring. And I started this in March of 2023. This is on a Spring Mist fabric flare. So there's some pinks and some blues, and I have the S. It's so cute. I love this one. And it's that one. All right, now we're going back to full coverage again. Where is it at? This one is by, and it's not a Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a Tilton Crafts. This is Jack and Sally. And this one's actually a restart because I started on some opalescent white fabric, and then I didn't like the way it was coming out. So I just wanted a little bit more to it as far as like colors, and because I'm not stitching the white background. This is on Eros by Under the Sea Fabrics. And it is on Ada. If I can find where I stitched it at. These are my threads. Here we go. So I had this is a restart. So this is the top part. So it's a restart. And this fabric is got some lavenders and some pinks. And it is opalescent. And I think that's going to be so pretty. And in fact, I need to keep this one out because when I show you my plans, I'll tell you why I'm keeping this out, because I'm going to work on this one. This needs to stay in a different pile. That's Jack and Sally. I am 0.17% complete. But it was a restart, so that doesn't count. Okay, my next one is by Owl Forest Embroidery. And if you watch my channel, you've seen this quite a bit. It is Swan Lake, and I was hoping to have it finished, and that didn't happen, so maybe this year. This is what it's supposed to look like. And here is my version. Very bright and colorful. I changed out the color of the moon. Mine looks more like a sun. And this is on Fiberlicious Mermaid Mules 32 count Lugana opalescent. And I'm very happy with how that is turning out. I probably won't do all the little sparkly background. I don't know if you've seen this Swan Lake. There's like a little border sparkly things back here that kind of go with the moon color, but I probably won't do that. I like the way it's coming out just like this. And that was from May of 2023. Let's see. Oh, Betrothed. This is my GGR. Now this is a restart. I had to restart it because I didn't like the fabric I was stitching it on. This is not my pattern, it's a copy. And I don't do many samplers or reproduction samplers or anything like that, but I really like this one because it's a wedding sampler, and I like all the motifs and the flowers. I really like that. So this is on, so I restarted actually this year. And what did I do with the, I restarted it this year. So this, originally it was I think in 2023, but I restarted this year. This is on 32 count, called for floss. And I don't remember the name of this color fabric. And the tag's not on it anymore. This is where I'm at. In the upper left corner. And I like this fabric better. I like the colors on it. I like how it's modeled. The last one was a lamb's wool color, and it didn't have any modeling to it, and I didn't like the count. I think it was like 25 count. I just didn't like the fabric. This one I like much better. This one's a 32 count even weave Lugana, so I like this much better. But I didn't write down the color of the fabric, so maybe I'll find it somewhere. Because I had lamb's wool on here, and I know that's not right, because that was the original one and I crossed it off. And that is this bag. Just a polka dot bag. It has some florals on the inside, but you really can't see it because the pattern's covering it up. Okay, my next one is another Back to Heaven and Earth Designs. Admiration. And this is by Drazenka Kimple. A very romantic piece. And I started this on, started in May of 2023. And this is a max color version. At 0.28%, so I'm not even at 1% yet. And this is, I don't think I stitched on it. Yeah, I don't think I stitched on it this year. I don't even have 1,000 stitches in. Makes me sad. And I didn't write down the color of fabric either. But I'm going to touch all my WIPs this year, for sure. Okay, what's next? Next one is Bellatrix. Let me get that one. Hold on. Excuse me. I have put the bag in one place and the project in another place. So here's Bellatrix. It's a Bella Filipina. I started this in July of 2023. And it sits on one of my scroll frames. And let's see. Love the fabric. It's beautiful. Look at all that color. Love the fabric. It's on Fiberlicious Skyfall and it's an opalescent 32 count. I love this fabric. Beautiful. I can't say that enough. Beautiful. So it's Bellatrix, and project lives in my Halloween bag. All right, my last 2023 project is Heaven Earth Designs. Artwork by Donna Gelsinger, Kristen Slane, and I did work on it this year. In fact, it's still on the Q-snap because I just took it off the stand because I was working on it. And here we go. And actually, it's at 1.45%. And I was working here to get the top of the building, the point of the building. And then actually, there's more back here. I was trying to make myself, reach the end of the project, but I'm not there yet. So I have a little bit more back there, which you can't see, but I am very happy with this. This is on 22 count lamb's wool, 1/1. And I will be working on this. I gotta put it back on my stand. I will be working on this again this month. And here is my project bag, a go-around toting bag. Mickey project bag. A Mickey Christmas project bag. Okay, next one. Now we're going to January 2024. Gothic Fairy Tale. I got this one. It's a Celtic Rose Needlecraft, and I think I got it on Etsy. And this is a full coverage. Where's my note? This is 25 count mushroom. There it is. Sorry, I've got hanging threads. You'll find that I tend to park, and then I tend to put in all the stitches with the park threads, and then I start parking again. So I do a little bit of both. I'm not 100% consistent in either one. I am at 5.03% on this one. Oh, there's a ton of blue in this project. These are all my flosses. Lots of blues. Lots and lots of blues. This is one of those projects where you think, how many blues could there possibly be in the DMC color line? A lot. This is one of those projects, but it's beautiful and I love it. And this is in my Stay Classy Maleficent bag. Okay. Next one is Long Dog Sampler. Templar Prophecy. I started this February of 2024. Oh no, yeah, we're in 2024 now. February 2024. And I started it with a stitch along because it was Year of the Dragon, and I already forgot who. Yeah, I forgot who did that stitch along. It was the Hugo Stitcher was doing it with somebody else, and this is as far as I got. I'm still on the roll scroll rods. This is as far as I got. 1.39%. I did not stitch on it in 2025. I'm using Silks for You PR069 for this color thread, and then I have another color I'll be using, which is PR035. But what did I do with? I don't have it. Anyways, I don't know what I did with the bag. It's a mess in here. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up. Okay, so that's that one. Okay. My next one is my travel project. And my travel project sits in my car. Hence, travel project. And it is in my Cinderella bag. It stays in my car. And it is, I started this in February 2024. And it's the Blue Flower Tudor Swan. And I'm stitching this on Colonial Parchment Fabrics by Stephanie. So I stitch on this one. I'm sitting in my car, trying to take a break, or when I go somewhere. Now I will say that this is the middle crown, which shows very yellow in the pattern, but it's the called for threads are NPS, and I'm using the DMC conversion. So I think I need to rip out this crown and change it to more of a yellow or more of a golden color so that it's like a crown, because I don't like it that green color. So I might have to rip a little bit out. And maybe if I get enough time, I can actually finish that. Maybe. So that's got to go back in my car. All right. Okay, next one. And it's in a project bag that my mother made me. And this one is Tisket a Tasket. I started this in April of 2024. And this is where I'm at. And I'm trying to find the color of fabric. I usually have little note cards with all the information. And you know, sometimes I just lose those. Don't ask me where they go because I have bags for all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know what color this is. But it's beautiful and I love it. Let me see the fabric. I want to say this is a Fabrics by Stephanie. Oh, I was right. It is Fabrics by Stephanie. Found it. 32 count Lugana chocolate milk. And I'm using the called for threads. And I love them. I think they're beautiful. I must have a thing for blues because I have a lot of blue stuff. You won't see me stitching very much red. I'm not the kind of person to stitch like a red sampler. I'd probably change it over to blue. That one. Oh, gotta put the pattern Otherwise, you're not going to know what to stitch. Okay. Rapunzel. What did I do with Rapunzel? Rapunzel is, I don't know why I put Rapunzel in an Easter bag, but I did. This is another project bag my mother made me. Some Mirabilia Rapunzel. I started this in May of 2024. And here is where she's at. Oh, no, it goes this way. This way. So I got a little small start on that. I love this fabric, and this one I want to say is Under the Sea Fabrics. Or maybe it goes this way. Oh yeah, it goes this way. Ha ha ha. It goes this way. Yeah, it goes this way. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure it goes this way. You know what, guys? It's late on a Wednesday night after work. And work, you know, after all day working, sometimes the brain just checks out. Sorry. Okay. That's that one. Now, this is the one I'm missing. Heaven Earth Designs, Fairy 2 Max Colors. I did a center start, and I don't know, I haven't found the project. I don't know what I did with it. I started it in 2024. And it's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I knew it. It's stuffed in another project bag. It's in this project bag that holds another project. It was holding two projects. It's my other full coverage that I'll show you next. Okay. So, I want to say it's a pinkish. It's pink Ada. And I'm 100% sure it goes this way. Let me look at the chart. Okay, no, I'm not 100% sure which way it goes. I would literally have to get my pattern keeper out again and look and see which way we are. Because you think I wouldn't have parked up above. I don't know. I don't know which way it goes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know which way it goes. So if we get the park threads out of there, I got a good start on it. Maybe it does go this way. Who knows? I'll have to figure that out. I'm at 0.63%. And I did not touch it this year. I started in 2024. So that's one I need to work on. There, that's the one I was missing. It's in this project bag with this other one. That's why. So now I'll show you the other project bag that's sitting with it. The next one is Heart of America by Malcolm Watson, Heaven Earth Designs. And this is the mini. And I'm just stitching it on a white opalescent Ada. So going back to my other book with all my WIPs in date order. So I gotta flip the page. And we're getting there. We're at the top of the second list. So here we are. And honestly, I don't think I touched this all year. Let me see. No, I haven't touched it in 2025. And those two are sitting in a project bag my mom made me. My Paris project bag. I feel like I just have fibers everywhere. Okay, next one is this one. I started this. This is my October project. So I have a fall. I felt like it was fall-ish, a cabin project bag. It is Cricket Collection October. I started this on October 14th, 2024. And I did work on this past October. This is where I'm at. And this is Fabrics by Stephanie, Rosewood, 32 count. I did work on it in October, but far from a finish, but I love it anyway. And okay, so now we're going to 2025 starts. And my 2025 starts are, so I'm turning 50 this year. So these starts are counting towards my start 50 projects. Kind of crazy when I have all these other ones, but it's okay. I only turned 50 once. So I'm going to start, I started last year to make my way up to 50 starts. So this is where we're at. Number one, which is actually, yeah, this, here we go, we're starting. Number one, this one is Black Roses by Owl Forest Embroidery. Started June 22nd, 2025. And I just recently showed this because I just worked on it not too long ago. And this one is Fabrics by Stephanie on Winter Wishes, 32 count. Here we go. And I'm using the castle and background. I say it's a castle or a cathedral, not sure. It's $37.99 DMC, and then the roses are Cottage Garden Threads BR22 Frosy, this color phrase, I don't know. And then I'm going to make the queen these two purple colors, and those are both DMC 3042 and 3834, and I love it. And this Winter Wishes, it's kind of like a very light gray, and there is a little bit of modeling in it. It's beautiful. Just a little bit, just enough to make it just look lightly gray. I love this project. It sits in my Scotty Dog bag by Creative Carol Designs. Okay, that's that one. So that was my number one for goal to start 50 starts. The next one is Snow White Tree, started in June 2025. And this is on a project bag made by me. This was my first ever project bag. And it's the Snow White Tree. If you haven't noticed by now, I love anything Disney. And this is on Silver Mist by Fabrics by Stephanie. And this is where I'm at. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this one has so many bright colors on this light gray. Love all the colorful projects, colorful threads. I love it. In my bag, I thought I did a pretty good job. It has some mistakes, yes I know, and I'm okay with it. So I keep forgetting to put the project instructions back and back. I'm not going to be very happy about that when I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Next one is Dancer by Barbara Anna. And this one is my one project I'm stitching that came from a magazine, because I'm stitching it from the primitive needle patchwork punchwork needle and primitive stitcher magazine. I have a ton of them back there. But I'm stitching it on 32 count Snow on Magical Clouds. Yeah, Snow on Magical Clouds. Fabric Flare. And I just got the face in. Started on the face, on the nose and the eyes. And I am changing the colors on this. As you notice, the buildings are like orangish, burnt orange color. And I'm changing them over to more of a pink color. So it kind of goes better with the blue. So, and I will be working on this one because in Bringo, I needed something that was from a magazine. And this is literally my one and only active WIP from a magazine. And that is in this project bag, which is super cute. They're snowmen, but you can only see it from the inside. Super cute. Okay, and then next we have, sorry, I need some water. Sorry. Okay, next we have Sugar Plum Village. I started this September 2025. And I started this on, just a start there. These are the DMC colors, and this is on Under the Sea Fabrics. I think it's Persephone. Persopina? Anyways, I don't know. 18 count. I don't have the fabric label. Yeah, I don't have the label. Anyways, a little bit there. And my gingerbread house needle binder. And it is an opalescent fabric. And I love it. And this was Sugar Plum Village by Shannon Christine Designs. And this lives in my Garan tote bags, another Christmas Mickey Mouse bag. Okay. And this next one it's called A Little Magic by Stitchrovia. And this sits in a project bag I made. And this is just navy Aida fabric. This way. And I did a center start. And that's where I'm at. And next is this one. This is The Haunted Chateau by Twin Peak Primitives. And it lives in this plastic Amazon bag, and they're very slippery. I just got a small start. This is Colonial Parchment Fabrics by Stephanie, 32 count. And I just got a very small start in the upper left corner. It was really pouring outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pouring. I need to make some more project bags because I don't like those plastic ones, or buy some more. But I'm not going to buy 50 for all my new starts. Okay, what's next? Nope, that's not it. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, this one is in my Beauty and the Beast bag my mother made me. And it is, I got this at Stitch West, Stitchy Friends by Tiny Modernist. I just went to the retreat in October. And I got a small start on a very yellow fabric. Top and center start, 32 count, and these are the threads. Very bright colors. So yeah, that was the exclusive for that retreat. And then there's a little small berry to go with it. And that fabric was Live and Die LA Lugana Bronze Age, 32 count opalescent. That's that one. We're almost done. Next one is, you know, I skipped one. I skipped this one. This one is another bag my mom made me. This one is Sleepy Hollow, Glendon Place. And it's Hearthstone by Fabrics by Stephanie. 32 count, and it was the upper left start. It's like a greenish gray, and I love it for the spooky stitch. And I am using Anchor Black on that one. Want to try it out instead of the typical DMC. I usually normally use DMC, but I ran into some Anchor and I stocked up on it, so I am trying it out. As far as thickness, so far I like it. It's nice. Better coverage, I should say. Better coverage. Okay, what's next? This one. This one's another bag that I purchased in, or it's not a bag, it's a folder. Stitch West. I purchased it there, and I put my Gingerbread Village project in it. And this is by Quaint Rose Needle Arts, and I'm stitching this one. And this is, I want to say this is the same fabric as Glendon Place, the greenish gray, but this one's going to come out more Christmassy. So I like the way that's coming out. I started that one in November 2025. We are almost done with all these starts. Okay, all these WIPs, almost done. Next one. Oh, you know, I don't have a picture of this one. I'll have to insert it. I got it at Jingle Ball. It was Santa and You. It's a Santa pulling a little sheep, and I just started it on some magical snow on magical clouds. It's by Primrose Cottage. It was a Jingle Ball purchase. Yeah, I don't think I, maybe I do. Hold on a second. Maybe I have it right here. Yes, I have it right here. This one. So it's stitched on a beige fabric, but I'm putting it on a blue with some snow. And I may or may not, I think I might stitch a couple of the snowflakes, but maybe not all of them since it already has snow. And I'm using the DMC floss. And I literally started this on Christmas Day. It's my Christmas Day start. And I started this with my friend Linda. Hi Linda, if you're watching. And she started it as well. She'll probably finish it before I will. All right. My last WIP is, let's see. Let's see if I have a picture of it. I thought I had a picture of it. Oh, you know what? I have a picture of it. Hold on a second. It is the Heaven and Earth Design Sal stitched in my project bag that I made, which I thought was so cute because it has all these owls. I'm stitching the Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along, the Wise and the Brave, and I am stitching this on 18 count Polar Plunge by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I did a center start, and I'm trying to figure out which way it goes. Oh, it goes this way. God, I do that a lot, huh? I should mark my fabrics better so I know which way they go. Center start. I think I put in 285 stitches, and I started this on December 27th. You were supposed to start on New Year's Day, but they released the pattern early. So I am doing that. I'm trying to take the background out because this is like a really light blue. So I think it'll kind of brighten up the picture. And I'll probably crop it and just kind of do a little bit of the tree here. And then you'll have to go down and probably crop just a little bit off the bottom here. And I'll probably crop off some of the top as well. And not do the background to save myself some work. But I fell in love with this because the owl's eyes, it's like big and bold, and then the bright little birdie, cute. In my owl project bag. Okay, so that is it. That is all my WIPs. So if you stayed this long, thank you. And so now, I was going to go over, my hair's driving me crazy. Anyways, I was going to go over what are my 2026 plans or goals are. And we're at just an hour, so I'll make it quick. So 2026, I'm going to start 50 projects for my 50th birthday, which I am already on number 12, I think. 11 or 12. I forgot. I'll have to look. Anyways, so I want to do that. So how am I going to start all these WIPs and touch all my projects? That's my main focus this year for 2026. Touch all the WIPs, start all the projects to hit 50. So then in total, I should end up with 76 WIPs if I can finish at least one. And 76, it's 2026. I'm turning 50. I was born in 1976. That's the point I'm trying to get to, is 76 WIPs. So how am I going to do that? Well, I am going to a few ways. Games. That's my sole focus. Starts, touching all my WIPs, starts, and games. Games is going to be how I am going to accomplish touching all my projects and starting all the projects. So I already have my planner ready to go for 2026, January. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to play WIP Go. I'm going to play Bring Go. I'm doing the Hate Stitch Along, Full Coverage Fanatics Bingo, and Milestone Manor. And let's go over that. So WIP Go. WIP Go is by Jessie Marie Does Stuff here on Flosstube. She's been doing WIP Go for quite some time. So here's my WIP Go board. And I categorize my WIP Go board for categories. I put the numbers in, and my categories are full coverage, fancy ladies, Christmas winter, Easter spring, Halloween fall, and everything else. So when they called number 2 and number 7, which is everything else and Halloween fall. So this is how I'm gonna do my starts. So this will take up 25 starts. So number 2 is everything else. So for my everything else list of projects, I get to start a project. And these are 50 of the projects that I would like to start. Now, I have all of these projects and I left some empty spaces just in case there is ones that I come across this year that I just have to start. So here's my list. Some of them are kitted. Some of them are not. But I have a big pile over there that I was going to show you, but maybe I'll wait until my next video for that. So that's my WIP go. So my WIP go is 25 starts for every call. So one start for every call. So that'll take care of 25 starts for my 50 starts. And then my full coverage projects, I'm gonna do Full Coverage Fanatics, which is Spartan Stitcher on Flosstube and Instagram. And the Full Coverage Fanatics group is on Facebook. And so they're putting out a bingo board for every month. So I'm going to do their bingo board. So I'm going to touch my full coverage projects with or without background. And when I say I'm going to play these games, I probably am not going to post to the group because like Full Coverage Fanatics, no background, they don't count that. So this is just me playing this game. So I've already accounted for several projects and I tried to limit it to like 4 projects for each box, or 4 projects a month to fill as many boxes. I'm probably not going to get a blackout. Like I know I'm not going to, but I'm going to attempt to get at least 1 bingo so I can touch my full coverage projects. And hopefully this is not clear. Hopefully it's as clear as mud. So I get so excited when I talk about this. But like my WIP go, my promise is to do 1,000 stitches or 3 days, because I'm not going to count stitches on something that's not in Pattern Keeper. But if it's in Pattern Keeper, it's 1,000 stitches. If it's not, it's 3 sessions, 3 days. My full coverage, 1,000 stitches, because all my full coverage is in Pattern Keeper. So that's that. So I'll try and get at least a bingo from that. And then I'm going to play Bringo. And Bringo is by the Magazine Monthly, it's a Facebook group by Carolyn Zook and someone else, and I forget her name. But their game for January is Bringo, and then they have Springo like in April or May, and then they have ABCingo. So I am playing Bringo, but Bringo is a mix of full coverage, any one of my projects that I can make it match to those prompts. And that requirement is 100 stitches or 1 hour. So that's not that bad. So I've already accounted for my planning worksheet. I've already figured out some of the projects for that. And I think they called the numbers today. I think she called them early. So I need to find out what those numbers are. And I am, in how I'm playing it is, I can use every WIP for every game. So if it's in WIP Go, I can count it for Springo. If I'm going to stitch on it and it applies for that number and that prompt, I'm going to cross all the games and play all of them. It'll account for that. I hope that makes sense. I'm not going to limit myself because I want to touch so many. The next game is a new game. It's Jessie Marie Does Stuff, again, on Flosstube. She has a really great explanation video about Milestone Manor. And I loved her idea and her concept, but I need to alter it for my way, just because there was a lot. It was a lot. I felt it was a lot for me. I'm not a gamer, and it was a lot. So I need to simplify it for myself. So basically the gist of the game, and go watch her video for the full explanation, because I'm no expert on this whatsoever. I watched the video 2 times and I just figured out a way how it's going to work for me. So it's Milestone Manor, and you take a floor plan. I went and found a huge floor plan. It's a 2-story floor plan of somebody's floor plan on Google. And you assign each room a WIP. So I have a big giant house, big giant floor plan, and every room I assigned Disney. I assigned, oh, sorry. I assigned a room. Now, when you start in the very entry of the house, it's the front porch. And you put your one WIP name on a piece of paper and you stuff it inside an envelope. And as you walk through the home and you stitch what's called for here, which for me is, I think I put down 1,000 stitches or 3 days. If I complete this, then I can move into the next room. So mine is front porch. And on my front porch, my pick was Jack and Sally. I didn't stuff these envelopes. I wrote all the pieces of paper out. I did all the envelopes and I handed them to my husband and I said, here, stuff these envelopes and mix them all up. So he helped me with it. So if my front porch is here and I can finish 1,000 stitches, then I can move into the foyer. And if I can move into the foyer, which I have to find that envelope, but I'm not going to open it until I finish my 1,000 stitches. So when I move into the foyer, then I can pull out that envelope and see what's in there and stitch on that. And then when I complete that, I can go to the living room or I can go to the home office. And then anywhere there's like a hallway, like this area here that I need to complete, I'm going to go back to my Maleficent project and start and stitch on that. That way, every time I'm in a hallway, I go back to Maleficent and touch that. And I picked a floor plan that has enough rooms so that I'm touching 40 of my WIPs that I just showed you, 25 of the new starts on WIP Go, and so then that would be 65. And then 11 more starts in this. So if I go to the foyer and it's new start number 1, that means I get to new start a project. If I pick out one of my current WIPs, then I have to stitch 1,000 stitches on that current WIP. If I pick something that says WIP Go call number 2 and it's not called yet, well then I can't go anywhere. I'm kind of stuck. So it's kind of like, I found it a really fun game because A, I love floor plans. This is a big giant floor plan like a castle and you're moving through the castle, but yet it's telling me what WIP to work on. So if I can move through this whole house, this big ginormous house, I will touch every single WIP that I have and I will accomplish my new start goal. Kind of crazy, huh? I think it's fun. Her version of the game is more in depth. And like in her version, and same with mine, you can't go through walls and you can't hop from room to room. You have to actually walk or travel through open areas that you're supposed to travel through. So I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a very interesting concept. I thought it was very cool. Hers is a lot more intricate. I needed to simplify it for me because my brain just can't. It can't. I'm already tired after work. I can't think that much. So I have all my envelopes ready to go and hopefully I can move from room to room. And if you stay with me and watch my next video, you'll see, did I start my 2 WIP goes? Did I get any bingos in Bringo? Did I get any bingos in the Full Coverage Fanatics bingo card? And did I make it through the front porch? Did I make it into the foyer? Did I make it to the house, part of the house to the left or the right? Or maybe I went straight and went up there's an elevator in this floor plan. There's stairs in this floor plan, 2 sets. It's a huge, humongous house. I don't know whose it is, but it was big. But I want it big so I could touch all my WIPs. So anyways, those are my games. So that is my goal for 2026, is to start all the things, play all the games, touch all the WIPs. And I may finish one project this coming year, or I may not. And that's going to be totally okay with me. I finished 8 projects last year, so in 2025. So I feel really good about not finishing any of this next year, and it's okay. And I'm going to be okay with it. And I'm going to make it fun, and I'm going to make it all about games, and it's going to be great, and no stress. no stress to finish anything, no pressure to finish anything, and just play games. And so I'll probably do, I'm gonna do Bringo, and then Bringo is coming up in April or May, and then AB Zingo in September. And then I will also probably play the Gridiron Grind in the Full Coverage Fanatics group. That's where you assign a WIP to a football team. And then if they score 10 points, then you assign a number of stitches to those points and do the math and stitch on that WIP. So I probably will do the Gridiron Grind also. I'm not going to commit to a project yet because that doesn't start until I think August. That's when preseason starts. My football team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, so that's probably the team I will follow. And so yeah, so games. It's all about games. And I know I have this list of 50 WIPs I want to start that I've already put on this list, but honestly, I reserve the right to change my mind about which ones I'm going to start. I have it on this list, and I have a lot of them here, but we're already at 1 hour and 16 minutes, so I'll probably do it in the next video. But I reserve the right to yank one off, little white out, write in something new, because, you know, new things come along, and or they're old things that I saw for the first time. Who knows? So that's not 100% in stone. What's in stone is my plan to touch the WIPs, play the games, and do all the starts. And hopefully I make it to my 50 starts for my 50th birthday. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. Thank you. And Happy New Year. And get some stitching in. And I hope 2026 will be a wonderful year for you and your family. And take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.